Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave any comments that you might have at the end of the video in the comment section below. So today's video has been highly requested. A lot of people have wanted to know, how did I make my move to Dallas and what was the process behind it? So for starters, I always say do your research. Doing your research is the most important part of moving to a new city. You want to know what to expect. You do not want to end up regretting it and feeling like you made a huge mistake. Luckily, that was not the case for me. I am so happy that I moved to Dallas. I love Dallas. It has exceeded a lot of my expectations. When moving, you want to think about what criteria is most important when you're looking for a new city. So for me, the most important things were being around a lot of young Black professionals, a city that had warmer weather than Pittsburgh. I also wanted to be somewhere where there was a high need for workers in the social services field. If you know anything about Texas, then you know that there are limited resources for individuals suffering from mental illness or suffering from homelessness. So I just wanted to be in a city where I can use my degree and do my part. So before you move, you really want to have a financial plan in place. You want to know how much money you could potentially make in your field. So this is when research is really important. You really want to get a good idea of how much you're going to make. There's even income calculators out there, and I'll include the one that I used in the description box below. So with these calculators, you can actually input your potential yearly salary, and it will spit out how much money you're going to make after taxes. The calculator is very accurate. Once I got a job, I compared how much I actually received to what the calculator said I received, and it was right on point. You really want to take into account all of your upcoming expenses. So that can include your rent, car note, your insurance, your phone bill, water bill, electric bill, pet rent if you have a pet. Even small things such as your monthly subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu, Apple Music, anything like that. You really want to take every expense into account. So now that you have done your research, you have decided on a city, and you have created your financial plan, now it's time to decide on a time frame for when you're going to move. My time frame was simple. I decided in October and told myself that I was going to move at the end of the lease that I had at the time, which was in March. So for 6 months straight, I worked 2 full-time jobs. I saved as much money as I could. I don't even think I had a social life for those 6 months. My primary focus was on moving. Once I decided on when I was going to move, I needed to decide on how I was going to move. So I decided that I was going to drive to Texas. I initially wanted to fly, but I had to take into account that I had a dog that was not a service animal, and I also did not want to have to pay the cost for flying her, or even just go through the entire long drawn out process of getting her registered to fly. It was honestly just too much, so I just decided that I would drive. I knew that I was going to have my car shipped to Texas because it was a lease, and I was not going to drive a lease from Pittsburgh to Texas. That is just too far of a distance, and I did not want to put those miles on my car. So I had my car shipped. I didn't get a moving truck because the drive was 18 hours, and I wanted to be as comfortable as I could be. I had help moving from one of my best friends, and it was going to be me, her, and my dog, and we just would not fit in a moving truck comfortably, so I decided to go with an SUV. If you are considering getting your car shipped, I would definitely do research on the company that you plan on using. I did a lot of research on that. There are a lot of companies out there that are just not reputable. There are a lot of companies that will take their time in delivering your car. I wanted my car to get there when I wanted it, which was as soon as I got there. And luckily, that's what happened for me. It was a very smooth process. I will also include the link to the company that I used in the description box below. So the final and obviously the most important step to moving is finding out where you're going to live. I used a company called Smart City Locators. They are an apartment locating company that helps you find an apartment. They help you find an apartment based on where you want to live, how much you want to pay. They help you find the amenities that you want. They were very useful, and again, their services were completely free. Just whenever you go to the apartment to tour it, or whenever you sign a lease, you just have to make sure that you put that they helped you find that apartment. That is how they get paid. They get paid off of that commission. They helped me find a great first apartment. I loved it there. They listened to what I wanted. They were patient with me. They gave me so many options. Apartment searching can become overwhelming just because of the number of apartments that there are here. So honestly, just be patient and really figure out what it is that you want in an apartment before you move down here. Dallas is so big, so you really want to do your research and narrow down the areas of where you want to live. Also, if you have a job prior to moving down here, that will be useful as well. You want to find somewhere that is close to your job because Dallas is mainly all highways, so you want your commute to be as easy as possible. I am not from Dallas, so I will not sit here and bash any part of the city. I will just tell you to do your research. Google will tell you what it is that you want to know. And as I said before, you want to visit so that you see firsthand where it is that you'll be living and find areas that work for you. So those are the main tips that I have for moving to Dallas. If you guys have any other questions or want me to go into detail about anything that I have said, just leave your questions in the comment section below and I will be sure to address them in another video down the line. Moving can be a very stressful, very complex thing to do. So it is really best that you just be as prepared as possible. Watch as many videos like this one that you can. Google as much as you can about the city that you want to move, and just really make sure that you're moving for the right reasons and at the right time in your life. So again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments you have in the comment section below. Bye.